I'm JJ Blake, aka Detective Blake.
And I, the Wind Dragon Dustin Nguyen, aka Inspector Nguyen.
Together, we're Rush Hour.
And we are the new Prize Style Pro Tag Team Champions. And you're watching Kayfabe Friends.
Stay here. Don't go anywhere.
Kayfabe Friends, the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the David Difference. Oh, what a difference a Dave makes. Here to Dave the world. And welcome to Kayfabe Friends, my Kayfabe compadre, my amigo.
Your favorite holiday, NJ Holiday.
And once again, you pulled out all the stops,
Hey,
man. You brought some heavy hitters in today.
You see what time it is, so let me get in a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, who we have with us right now, they are your new Prize Style Pro Tag Team Champions. They are Rush Hour, Double J Blake, and then we got my boy Dustin the Wind Dragon. Let's give it up for the new champs. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Like I said, my Southern brothers, my Texas homies, my Houston brothers. Look, now y'all out here in Vegas, y'all doing the thing, and thanks for coming out here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you for your generosity, man.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys are fresh off your win. So again, congratulations on that. I was debating, are they going to come in with wearing the straps or not? And here they are, man. Only winners on this show. Only winners. So I know you guys got a deep history. You talk about Texas, Houston. Is it Houston?
It's H-Town.
Okay.
It's H-Town. You're looking at some fellow Houstonians right here. I know I'm in Vegas and everything, but I'm a Houstonian at heart. Houston never leaves your blood. Chocolate screw blood.
California. All right.
True that.
I'm a California boy.
What part of California?
Sacramento.
Okay,
Sacramento.
okay.
I'm a Sacramento King.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah. You know, Texas be on that.
Yeah.
But you're not entirely wrong, though. I for one, am the Houstonian, born and raised since 1999, man.
So that works out like a tag team match. Me and my boy Dustin against them Cali boys.
Hey, no, come on now. We go way too deep. I don't know if I can go there. I don't know if I can go there.
Yeah.
I'm cracking my knuckles right now. I'm holding the microphone.
There we go.
Mercy.
So break this down. So I tried to do some homework. He hit me last minute. Like, we got some heavy hitters coming in. I tried to do some homework. But for those that don't know, like, kind of
those who don't know, this right here, Double J Blake, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are looking at the first ever, the inaugural new Texas Pro Champion. Let them know.
Yeah. I was never just going with that. I was something. I'm like, oh man, I was about to say, like, I'm like, the first ever champion of all Texas, Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, McAllen, Texas, Houston, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Arlington, Texas,
Paris, Texas,
Shayton, Texas.
That's
He's taking small. Yeah. I'm immediately Jayton. I was like, well, you can't out small that one. Population 36.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's not forget, in your words, every single trash Whataburger.
Oh. No, okay, yep, that's it. Let's not bring all my sins up on camera now.
Hey, not too much on the patty mill now, but yeah,
in and out. Huh?
In and out. Here's move like in and out. I know you in and out van, Dave.
Yeah, definitely. Whataburger. We just got our first Whataburger out here.
Our first one. It's on the strip.
Nothing special.
Yeah, it's on the strip. It's pretty good.
It's nothing special.
I like my patty mill, my chicken strips. Usually,
Yeah.
But no. But like I said, we got Texas Royalty in the house. Not only is he the first ever inaugural new Texas Pro Champion, you have one of the reality wrestling television champions.
Yeah.
I said, you held that. Like I said, reality of wrestling. You're another reality of wrestling alum. That's where me and Blake first met.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Blake was a part of the launch with the OGs, Brian Davison, with Brian Keith, with Gino Medina. This man took them all to war and beat them countless times, retaining that television championship. And then, like I said, you and Cole kind of went to the end with that.
Yeah, I call BK a seashell on the seashore one time, man. I was wild. I call that man a seashell, bro. I said, look at you, you're a seashell on the seashore, bro. I was like, that was messed up.
I do remember that, like those days, he didn't have the long black pants. He was wearing those black trunks.
That
was it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Skinny kid out of like
Who are we talking about now?
Brian.
Like, for the people that have no fucking clue.
No.
We're talking
Ain't no damn well that happens. We don't play. Everybody knows
AEW's the bounty hunter, Brian Q. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, like they've had hit story battles at Reality Wrestling. Like you ain't been out there yet. I'm gonna get you out there. I'm gonna get you in front of.
I'll get
I'm
out
gonna
this
get you in
show.
front of book. But for right now, like I said, you new Texas royalty. So that's what we at in front of us right now. So with Blake, like tell us about some of your upbringings, how you started wrestling, and then tell us about your favorite match you've had so far.
Oh man! All right. So the easier part, the first part of that question, I started in 07, technically 07, up in Virginia, Vanguard Championship Wrestling over there. So like Virginia, you got like Richmond, the Northern Virginia, like with DC and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then you got the Tidewater region, the 757. So you got like the 7 cities in the loop, and yeah, man, that's where it was, dude. I started out there, man. Trainers, Chris Escobar, Crotch. The name is kind of off-putting. Great guy.
Crotch,
Then I had like the local kind of vets, man. The vets that were, the veterans that would come in and help out, like Preston Quinn, Phil Brown, Damian Wayne, shoot, man, Pat Cusick. There's a lot of heavy hitters that would come in there, and I was appreciative of that because they didn't have to. They would come in there and sit in like their chairs and kind of watch us. We're like, oh man, we're all nervous and stuff, man. But this is how you throw up proper. They get in the ring. I'm like, no. But we're thankful for it, man. Because like if they didn't pass on knowledge, just a good foundation, I don't know what I'll be doing right now because like they put some just good lessons out there. So yeah, I started out there, man, and then Midwest, Canada, all that fun stuff. That was a good time. Winnipeg has a special place in my heart. I've terrorized those poor Canadians. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I got stories about that. Then I ended up in Texas. You already talked about reality wrestling and whatnot. And then, New Texas Pro, like just a lot of good stuff. Just, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all of my journey up to this point.
I like that.
So it's like, and then you're like favorite matches. I'm like, brother.
Yeah, like I said, you one of my favorite talents you've been in the ring with from Texas, Mysterious Q. Shout out to Mysterious Q. Like I said, another OG on the Houston scene. Y'all have had countless battles.
But why you bring up the one person that ended my title reign though?
That's disrespectful, man.
Why you
doing there?
He kind of knew where I was going with it.
Yeah, never beat him before. I never beat Mysterious Q.
Yeah.
Why you bring up Q like that?
My bad. You kind of took the rail I was going off. But yeah, Mysterious Q, they had some nice battles over the Texas Pro. Tyler, you can elaborate and let them know or not know how that went.
Like you
Keep
said,
going.
past sins.
So Mysterious Q is one of them, but he also had many historic battles with Terrell Tempo.
Yeah. That one right there, boy. Old Tempo. We said favorite. My mind automatically went to Tempo, but
So
everyone,
double J and double T.
Yeah, double J, double T. And I was like, nah, they're gonna be like, oh, that was predictable. I was like, the Tempo, man. Tempo, double T, double J, bro. The Tempo, I'm his arch nemesis. I've terrorized that poor man at every step of the way over the years, just continuously. Every single time you think everything's cool, he stopped looking over his back. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, we want some tag and towels together. Yeet.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They've battled a lot together, but they've also tagged together.
Yeah,
Okay,
love together. Yeah.
Love
I
the
think
relationship.
was I the first New Texas Pro Tag Team
I wanna
champion?
say
You won the titles with Cam Cole.
Oh yeah, Cam Cole. Oh yeah, also CCO Cam Cole, the cool kid.
Yeah.
And then Tempo. So wild.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was a little serve.
Because that was a weird relationship you got with Cam Cole. Because remember the television championship. Yeah, and he made that face because in reality wrestling, there was a history between Cam Cole and my man Double J Blake, and Cole got the better of him for that television.
Yeah, but then we went and got some gold together. So we evened it out on the ledger. We said, all right, cool, we'll just go ahead and just kind of, all right, chill. You got me some gold. All right.
Yeah.
It's even now. But now and surprisingly, that when we won those championships, that was we were both just like, man, this is good. This is good. So it was a good time.
Hell yeah. Okay. So Dustin,
Well, tell me this first before we get to Dustin, because I'm very curious about Dustin. We'll get to Dustin in a minute. But how long have you been in the game, and like what was your inspiration to get into wrestling?
I'm old. I'm tired. I'm hurt. You got muffins in this house.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
the
man.
chick magnet himself.
Dude, it's been 16 years, man. It's been 16 years, and it hurts my back to say that out loud. But it's been 16 years, and people ask me like, "Oh, why'd you get into it?" And okay, we all watch and say that's cool. I think it's like no one ever told me like, "Oh, that's a stupid idea." This is kind of crazy what we do, but just in general, like no one. I just was like, I can do that, and like no one just. Are you sure? I was like, yeah, I got this kind of thing. You know, I went to a SmackDown show. Yeah, ECW SmackDown taping. I think it was like the first HD set in Hampton Coliseum in 2007 when they debuted the HD. Maybe it's like February. Maybe they debuted the HD. The panels on there.
Yeah. Like it was either at the end of 07, but it was for sure at the beginning of 08. But they probably debuted it in 07. Royal 08 was the first one though. Yeah. So like, man, I've been to a couple wrestling shows up to that point, and now it's just like I'm doing this. I don't know. It wasn't like a crazy special show either. Like it was. I got this.
It was time. Yeah.
I was like, it's time. Yeah. I'm 17. Let me do this.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so here we are.
There it is. Okay. So who was your inspiration getting into the game? As far as was there one individual wrestler that inspired you?
Man, Taker's always been my favorite. Undertaker's always been my favorite. I can't be Undertaker, obviously, and I never looked at him. I can be you, but like, I mean, just man, everything about that guy. Awesome. There's nothing that's obviously no need to say.
Because who was that? Who's that on the table version?
Yeah.
Who's that? Matt Hardy.
Yeah. Undertaker.
Yeah. Man, I met him one time, and I was just like, bro, like, dude, you are the. I kept it cool though.
Right.
I kept it cool. He called my friend a jabroni, but I kept it cool. Yeah, it was really breezy. He shook his head. Jabroni.
Oh,
that was wild, bro.
Dead man called you jabroni.
Yeah. That's a good thing, almost.
Damn.
Got to keep that straight face. I was like, okay, cool. But like, yeah, man. I mean, like, like inspiration. It's just man, like just larger than life, everyone says, the cliche things, larger than life, and all that fun stuff. But like, no, that he was the first person I ever like remembered from wrestling. So like Raw, I don't even know what the deal was. It was when he was doing that thing and the explosion, the lights came on and stuff like that. His ministry, his ministry. Bro, I flipped, boom. I was like, okay, what's this?
Right.
That was a wrap, man. Yeah, that was a wrap.
Yeah, that was in '98. Ministry of Darkness. He had like APA, the acolytes at the time.
Yeah.
Viscera.
Yeah, Big Vis.
Yeah,
Big Vis, yeah.
It transcended to like what was that? The corporate ministry for a minute. Yeah, where he joined forces with Vince, Triple H, China.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a good little time. That's the best time to start watching the product.
Yeah,
deep in the attitude there.
Yeah,
right.
When it's all fleshed out and stuff. So.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, so, Wind Dragon. It is an honor to have you here at the Dave Cave. Go ahead, break it down, man. Tell me your story, your background, how you got into the business.
Oh man, where do I begin with this one? As far as I can tell with pro wrestling in general, my earliest memory that I can think of is like, unlike all my friends who once upon a time grew up watching wrestling as kids and stuff, and they just stopped watching it because they say, "Oh, it's fake" and all that stuff, man. Oh, I got better things to do, and I'm playing video games and all that stuff. And right. No matter how many times I try to stop watching back and forth, it just always comes back to my life. And one point, I just just kept going. It just it stayed with me forever. But my earliest memory of pro wrestling, I think I was 3 or 4 years old. My grandfather used to this is back when VHS tapes were still a thing. And I see you having a Power Rangers VCR tape right there. When my grandfather, he would go to Chinatown and he would always try to get a Hong Kong kung fu movie VHSs from TVB or some stuff. But one time I was like, oh, I never seen it before because I like Power Rangers growing up. But I saw something that gravitated my curiosity and I played it. And I believe it was, I think it was either I forgot the year, 1997 or 1995. It was Ultimo Dragon versus Jushin Thunder Liger for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. It was during the time when Ultimo Dragon still had all the belts and the Tokyo Dome entrance, coming out with the main belt he was defending, but he had a lot of like a whole parade of girls like holding up all his belts behind.
Damn.
I was like, well, this is cool. Like they're all wearing masks, Ultimate Dragon shining up and stuff, and Jushin Liger like I have a funny story about Jushin
No,
Liger.
it's just the fact that Undertaker, boom. I like wrestling. You, yeah, I found this underground tape of Jushin Thunder Liger. I was like,
man.
I like the backstory. That was pretty good. Like, so that's peak
man.
Ultimate Dragon.
I like watching it. Like, I just like this is so interesting. What is this? And more. My grandfather kept getting. It was mostly Japanese pro wrestling tapes. It was like Tiger Mask versus Dynamite Kid.
Yep.
Sorry, Dynamite Kid. Then there was classics Kenta Kobashi and Mitsuhara Misawa. All Japan and Pro Wrestling Noah. As I could experience both. And my first experience with American wrestling ever. It was back when Friday Night SmackDown, when it was still regularly Friday nights. It was on CW 39. On the road to SummerSlam 08 when they had the movie theater. I kind of remember every single match on that card.
Yeah,
but the one.
Let's go back to back. All right, so we're gonna name a
Every
match
on that card. Okay.
So one of them. Jeff.
Hold on. Which one is this? So we can
SummerSlam
fact
2008.
2008. Jeff Hardy and MVP for the United States Championship, I believe.
Santino Marella, Beth Phoenix versus Kofi Kingston and Mickie James for the women's side of the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, buddy. Triple H and Great Khali for the WWE Championship.
JBL CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep. And there was Undertaker versus Edge and Hell in a Cell.
John Cena versus Batista, first time ever.
And I think that was the same match where John Cena had to be gone until Survivor Series.
Yeah, he broke his neck with the Batista bomb, catch him out of love.
Yep. The very first match
I'm looking for Wikipedia thing up on the secret screen. I'm like, what is going on? Because he always do that anyway. But he's doing it. And I'm just like, bruh, what in the world is going on here? And I'm remembering it as you're saying it, so I'm like, they're not lying. But
they sound like they know what they're talking about. I'll go back and look, but I just told them last week is we were at WrestleMania. I can't even tell you the matches that were on that card, except for the main events. So
we did that.
That's impressive.
I tend to ramble on, but the main point I wanted to get across with my memory with pro wrestling, American pro wrestling. The first thing I saw, like this is the most strangest but the coolest thing ever. I seen Undertaker tombstoning Vicky Guerrero. I think this is before she had wearing that neck brace on that build up.
That is the reason why him and Edge had a Hell in a Cell match, because he was pissed off from that.
I think it was because Edge like cashed in on Undertaker for the world title
later on.
Yeah, later
on. Yeah, he took that camera down.
The year before in 07.
Yeah, and with that, like I said, wrestling just kept going on in my life, and it was kind of like a little hard to process in my life because growing up, I had less friends watching wrestling, and I'm pretty envious of like people who had someone to grow up with who keeps watching wrestling and stuff, and life and school getting in the way and all this stuff. But the one constant was always professional wrestling.
There it is.
Hell yeah.
It's a beautiful business. So quite the story. I'm impressed. Quite the story. I'm impressed. Obviously, two different stories, two very different individuals. How do we end up as a tag team with the belts today? How did you guys click up? What's the?
Oh boy, where do we go from here?
Man. That's a good question. Well, that's a very good question. No, it's just random. Like it definitely wasn't on the bingo card for sure. In fact, sorry, Nick. Someone was upset that we started tagging together. So there was another team, Rush X Hour, and whatnot. And it's just one of those things where they were tagging, and like I'll throw little tidbits in there, but that's about it. And then Pride Style Pro came to Houston Premier Arena.
Yes, they did.
Okay. Yeah, and then they ran a show with Loco, and you know how it is. Running shows, or sometimes openings, happen, and availability just opens up, and next thing you know, hey, what's up? What you doing? Nothing. I'm going to stay at my house and play my Xbox and relax today.
I'm going to save money.
I'm tired. Want to tag? Well, no. I'm tired. No. Seriously, though. No, it was just an opportunity opened up, and it was just kind of like, all right, we need someone, who's over, who's the biggest baby you can find. I was like, oh wow, this is a hard one. So that's basically how it went, and it looked me, Rush Hour, right? Come on. So
there you go.
He has 2 Rush Hour tag teams actually. So yeah, when we had the multiverse clash and stuff like that, it's probably gonna be like him with like 4 of the Black Guys. It's gonna be like a 5-on-5. 5-on-5 is gonna be the Rush Hours. I don't even know what we'll call it, Rush Hour 10 or something like that, man. And
right.
but so hey, let's roll with it because it's always an open joke,
So since you said Rush Hour, Dustin, favorite Rush Hour scene?
For Rush Hour.
Top favorite Rush Hour scene out of all 3 movies. Which one is it?
In perspective, in retrospective of today's society, some of the most funniest scenes are kind of like the most offensive on media.
Well, that's true.
It wouldn't age well today. If I can choose one off the top of my head, one that's really underrated. Rush Hour 3's may I help you? We'll be asking the questions. Oh man, who are you? You. No, not me. You. Yes, I'm you. Just answer the damn question. Who are you? I have told you. Are you deaf? No, you was blind. I'm not blind. You blind. That's what I just said. You just said what? I did not say what. I said you. That's what you was answering. Shut up. You. Yes. Not you. Him. What's your name? Me. It's you. I'm me. He's me. I'm you. I'm about to whoop your old ass, man. I'm sick of playing games. You, me. That's like ass around here. Him.
Hey, clap it up for that one. That was good. Rush Hour 3. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. That was good. That was dope.
That's what happens when like all your video games and internet and TV taken away, and all you had was like DVDs that like you have to pray. It wasn't scratching. Otherwise, when you play it, like when it gets to a scene, it just pauses or freezes. I was like, oh, man.
All right, Blake got his scene. Right?
Yeah, how about that? What you see? Where's Ricky Tan?
Yeah.
Where's Ricky Tan? That's it. Where's Ricky Tan? Close up. Who hit me?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
He got all the goods. I'm like, nah, bro.
Rush Hour 1 where he's like, please, like, which way up?
Which one up?
Which one up?
And
I'm about to whoop your ass.
Oh man,
he gets to swing on everybody else, and then the one dude he's supposed to swing on somebody in the face.
Yeah.
If I can throw a little fun fact, the guy who picked Chris Tucker at that scene, any of y'all watch Jackie Chan's Legend of the Drunken Master or Drunken Master 2 movies?
I did, but I wouldn't know who you're talking about.
That guy who kicked Chris Tucker in real life, he was Jackie Chan's bodyguard. And if you ever get to watch like a classic 1995, 1992 Jackie Chan, Drunken Master 2, him and Jackie, the guy who kicked Chris Tucker, he was the main antagonist of that thing, and he like gave one of the best martial arts fight scenes. Like, please look it up. Look up Jackie Chan versus Ken Lo, Drunken Master 2. That fight is nice.
Ken Lo wasn't he in what was it with Jean-Claude?
Ooh.
Ken Lo?
Yeah, Ken Lo.
I'm out the loop on this one.
Yeah,
You don't know Ken Lo?
You didn't know SummerSlam? Well, wait. Well, back to the topic again. Like I said, these guys, I've been following y'all religiously, even on in Vegas on IWTV.
Yes.
Internet Wrestling TV. On there, we have this series that y'all created, and I believe y'all had a good hand in creating it. It's called Texas Contender Series.
Contender.
Elaborate more on that. How did it get started? And like, what do y'all?
let you handle this one.
Oh man, yeah, it was funny. I just explained this to someone. They were like, "So what's the vibe? Like, what is it? What are y'all doing?" And it was funny because it took me off guard. I was like, but I was like, it's in the name. It's in the name. You know, it's supposed to be like it's a proving ground. I mean, it's obvious. New people that you've never seen before, never heard of before. Oh, they're on the Contender Series. They are a contender of Texas. Yeah, it's very simple and just straightforward.
These are matches, or
these are full length like matches on IWTV.
Yeah. Okay,
and they'll usually do like maybe 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends, man. No, it's a show. We have like a minimum 2 times a month, and it's not designed to have an old fart like me, parading around. Hey, look at me, I'm a big old wrestler. It's like, hey man, like you go play somewhere else, dude. It's for the young. We got the young boys. like New Japan, the young boys in the dojo, the young boys, whatever. And, they got to fight, work their way up to bump in the ring, go in the dojo and change some diapers or something. I don't know, for cook rice and stuff, all that stuff.
You looking at a product from Texas Contender Series right now, Dustin?
Yeah, exactly.
What was that?
You looking at a product from the Texas Contender Series who came up the ranks from the bottom all the way to the top, and look where he at now. Dustin Nguyen Dragon. There you go.
That's exactly how it was.
You guys are too kind.
And that's what I said. I said, hey, I said, like, this is where we started. And I was like, hey, you just watched a bunch of people that started on this show, and you just watched them a year and a half, 2 years later. And the person was like, oh, wow, that's great. That's great. I was like, yeah, they come down here, and the next thing you know, they're working in Austin. They're working in San Antonio. They're working in Chicago.
Freelance. I see y'all boys doing it. Come on.
Sneak up there, yeah, and that was crazy because, like, Chicago, man, those fans, man, they don't know who you are. They do this right here. They sit on their hands. They sit on their flip monkey. Like, they're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to do some tricks. And if you don't do no tricks, they're like, the boy come out. They throwing babies in the air and stuff, and Danny B. Yeah, same thing with her. It was they're both their debut, and they throwing babies in the air and jumping out the seats, and people are like, "Is this the first time here?"
Shout out to NWA's want to have a King Bees. Danny B, we love your sister.
Yeah, both King Bees. Because Charity went up there, same thing happened to her.
Oh yeah,
she went up. Yeah, we went up there again this past June, and they never seen her before. She came out. People were like, yeah, buddy. And she had a big moment at match. I think she caught somebody and she's strong. Just tossed them, and they were just like, oh, holy shit. So both King Bees, man.
So these are some of the many names that have blossomed and became like big stars from having that opportunity that the Texas Contender Series offers local talent in Houston that aren't booked on like the other shows and New Texas Pro, or the Lions Den, or Texas Wrestling Cartel, or Inspire. King Bees, Charity Kane, and Danny B. Then you got Dustin Nguyen Dragon. You got the 8th Day
Dream Team.
Yeah, then you got the Dream Team. You got Max Heights.
Got 5 members in it. The 8th Day. They got Father O'Day, Brother Tracy. You got Guardian. Roger Vitt got fired. Never mind. You get kicked out.
Old Great Miracle.
Great Miracle.
No.
He's old like me. Sorry, Sean. He's there for spiritual guidance. This is a lot. It's a lot, and I usually I'm not good with keeping track, but I try to. So if someone asks me right at the bat, I know. But we just keep on getting new people on there, so I just lost count because you named pretty much a lot of them right there on the spot. Ronan Reyes and T Rabbit. Southside Connection, they're new and coming up. Prince Lee, Jack Calloway, and Max Manson, Mundo's the new bodyguard of Dream Team, Jay Davis. I'm so sorry, I cannot forget Jay Davis. Dude, it's a lot, and they're all getting traction, and they're all like, "Hey, man, my match quality is improving. I'm getting booked other places. I'm getting a lot of good opportunities. Like they tell me all these things, and I'm just like, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. That's exactly what we want. That's what we want. We want them to be just the next generation, man, because no one ever thinks to forward. They just kind of we're in the moment. I'm like, okay, what happens in 5 years? What happens in 10 years? What happens, when we can't do it anymore? And we're just going to trust it to just randomly here's someone here, here's someone there. No, like get them on the track, get them taking in the knowledge and repeating the steps of the people that are successful that are right in front of them, not 5 years or 10 years that are right in front of them, and then keep pulling each other up. So it's a great program. It's a great program.
And this is on IW.
This is on IWTV. Yes, it is.
IWTV. Check it out. You got me intrigued.
Yeah,
you can search it, but it's under the New Texas Pro channel. So you go to New Texas Pro, and I think it's under that. But you can search it also on Contender Series, and it'll pop it up. Yeah. Okay.
So with New Texas, like I said, JJ, you were like one of the most recognizable names in all the state of Texas. So like with the body of work that you put in at Reality Wrestling, New Texas Pro, Inspire, now you're also a trainer. You train students and wrestlers. One of the people that you train is right here next to you, Dustin Nguyen Dragon.
Yes, that's right here.
Tell us what it is. How do you feel now about being able to have the opportunity to give back to the youth and the upcoming talent in Texas and bring them up the right way, train them about the ins and outs of the business the right way?
Oh man, that's probably longer than we have available. On this.
Small sample size.
No, I've been training people a long time. I've been training people since 2015 when I went to Reality Wrestling. That's when I really started, and I did a lot of growing and developing, and like, oh, okay, like this works better. This is what this needs to be like, because the thing is, we're all learning. All of us are always learning and stuff like that,
day by day.
And like, which this time period you're talking about right now, that's when it really was like, okay, cool. This is a whole journey leading up to all that, and just like now it's like, okay, cool. Like this is, I feel like I put on my shoulders the responsibility for it. And I'm thankful for it because I make sure that it's time. Okay. When you teach someone how to do something, especially in pro wrestling, there's like no one knows the right or wrong way, or we look at obviously WWE for the right way, obviously, but even then it's like the knowledge has to get captured. You have to capture it when it happens, and there's so many different avenues where knowledge just kind of bleeds off or disappears. Someone retires, and like, leave me alone, I'm gonna go here now, and it ain't good for them or whatever, but then now that knowledge is just gone. So it's like it's all about capturing the knowledge and making sure it gets to where it needs to get. And I take that responsibility very seriously.
That's dope.
And I try to treat it as something precious, because it's like, it's like those back in like ancient times, storyteller of the village. Yeah, they would protect that person. Like they're the old person, they knew everything that happened.
The wise man.
The wise man. Oh yes, sir. Yeah. I love it. I love having that responsibility because I always audit myself and make sure I'm doing the right thing, and challenge myself and audit what I'm doing to make sure I'm not making mistakes. And the results, obviously, have been great across the board. So I'm in love with it, man. There's nothing better. There's no better story in human history than let me show you how. Okay. That story is old as time. Which Rocky movie was it?
I think it was Rocky. Are you talking about when
the Rocky band?
Wasn't there one where he was training the younger guy?
Rocky 5,
yeah. Like they're like
the worst one ever.
And then there's when him like the first one, he was learning.
Oh yeah, he was
exactly.
Full circle.
This is the same story. Yeah. But 4 later, here we are. Now you see that's when you started. So man, I love teaching, man. I love showing people stuff. I love training people, man. That's like my bread and butter. I willingly, y'all see me, y'all have seen me on do many egregious things in the ring, being your neighborhood villain, but like
one of the top heels and all
the top heels, but like deep down, I'm a big old softy, and my main goal is to make sure people know I don't care about wrestling for myself. I stopped caring 2016. I'm being honest. Like I actually stopped caring 2016 because training people was so much more interesting to me, and more because I'm like, oh, I can go out here and have a banger match, or I can teach all these people how to go out there and have a banger match. And then so the people that, and we're not going, that's me a long list too.
But no, it's beautiful you said that, because as I'm watching Justin's like expressive reaction, he's got a smile on his face. He's learning more and more about you as this conversation is going. That's always dope. But Dustin, so like the question I gotta ask you is obvious. Like you said, he just said obviously like a product of his, and look how far you come. What does it mean to you? Because you've won a singles title already. This, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, this is the first time Dustin has had the opportunity to win a tag team championship, and none other than it's with his trainer. The man that trained him is his tag team champion partner. What does that mean to you, Dustin?
It means a whole lot of things, man. It's a culmination to how much that spending day by day. I think I spent time more with you like in these past 2 years, and I can think of anyone in terms of memory, like every day is with this man to my right here. And never in a million years did I ever think that this moment would be possible. And it's very humbling and very beautiful to think about, because right here, like everyone calls him JJ or Blake, depending on who you ask, but
Double J.
Yeah, buddy. But since day one of like, first of all, when you saw me, it was like, all right, I have one condition here. Everything will go. We will start at square zero. We're going to start square zero. day by day. Don't miss them, and I'll treat you. You'll be okay. And
Lay that foundation down.
Yep. And the first thing, actually, two things. First day since you took me under your wing, Sifu. One, I ask. You asked me like, what do I want to do in pro wrestling? And at first, being young me, I want to be a New Japan wrestler, and like, I still want to be a New Japan wrestler. That's one thing, but I want to be a quality professional wrestler that not only Texas, United States, but the world can respect.
I like
and
that.
I want that to be his legacy. And two, well, maybe I think I did ask you from this day forth when you took me under your wing to teach me pro wrestling. Yeah, I asked you, may I call you Sifu? And in my culture, well, martial arts culture, the traditional student and master relationship in martial arts culture, it's long ago. It used to be like your father and student, because you are instilling knowledge from generation to generation, and that is very sacred.
Okay.
And nowadays, like you rarely get that anymore because of modernization with monetization. It doesn't feel natural, but everything that this man had done for me has been all from his heart and all for the well-being of laying the foundation of having a bright future, not only to change someone's life, but to inspire other people to keep doing what he's doing. And I hope one day I can be even an inkling of what you are, Sifu.
All right.
That's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Now you see how he loves his partner. Why you don't feel like that towards me? Why you feel like that towards me?
What is the translation on that?
You see that?
Sifu means master in Cantonese.
Master. From now on, you guys will address me as Sifu.
No.
From here on out.
And funny thing is, like in class,
Yeah.
even when like I'm talking about anyone who knows him, when they talk to me and when I refer to him, I only call him, oh yeah, Sifu was over there. I was like, who?
Hey.
JJ. I was like,
So you studied martial arts?
Yes, I did. As far as I can remember, I grew up learning kung fu all my life. Hong Kun, praying mantis, tai chi, whichever the which. It's my life. It's the closest thing that is like even like an inkling related to pro wrestling in terms of like what's been constant in my life. And it's honestly why how I even like imagine the Wind Dragon character being, because my love for martial arts is thanks to my grandfather from my mother's side. We grew up watching martial arts movies together, and one day I want to learn kung fu. I thought this was really cool. And a little fun fact to share: my Vietnamese native name it's Kiet. I don't know why the T sounds like a K in Vietnamese. Thank you, France. Thank you, France colonization.
Colonizer.
I asked my mom one day. I was like, "Well, what does it mean? What does Gek mean in Vietnamese?" And she told me, "Hero." It means hero.
Nice.
And so many things just came out to be, and I didn't think it felt too good to be true. Like you said, like I feel like somebody's like writing a story, some divine being of some sort. And I have no regrets because I'm enjoying, I am loving, and I am thriving day by day. And I have no regrets, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.
I love to hear that.
That's
So you
beautiful.
said writing a story. So this next segment is called a little thing we like to call Hot Seat with Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
You said writing out a story, so now we're gonna have both of y'all write out a little ranking list real quick, just the top four. And this is, like I said, keeping it in the South, Southern hospitality.
Okay.
You're gonna rank these four wrestlers from 1 to 4.
All right.
It's the category.
Like this is their place.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
So let's get it. The topic. All right.
Let's test our knowledge.
Rank the best wrestler out of the state of Texas from 1 to 4. And here they are. Shawn Michaels.
Hold on. Oh, okay. They got it.
Eddie
They don't get
Guerrero.
to pick. They don't get to pick who they pick.
No. Those are the ones you got to
You've
rank
already
them.
picked them.
Yeah, they already
You've
picked.
already picked the top.
Yes,
Okay.
see,
They
that-
don't-
that-
they don't
but that's
do-
why they're on the hot seat. Because now, however you category, like put the one from 1 to 4.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So
Oh man.
let's start again.
All right.
Okay. Rank them from 1 to 4. The best wrestler out of Texas, you got Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
JJ, you're up first.
Why you gotta do him like this, man?
It's a hot seat for holiday. That's why. You're on the hot seat. Take your time. Choose wisely.
Yeah. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. There's no good answer to this. Okay, you know.
So start from 4. Go
Number
down.
4, the worst Texas
I'm
wrestler.
gonna throw Shawn Michaels
Number
at
4 is the
4.
worst, right?
I'm gonna throw Shawn Michaels at 4.
Oh,
I'm gonna just curveball. You gonna hit me in the hot seat? Put me in the hot seat. Like, fine, that's what's
Okay.
up. You know, that's cool. Like, it's an impossible answer. That's fine. We're talking about I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna just throw that. I'm gonna throw 4. I'll get all the heat. 4.
Shawn Michaels,
4.
number 4, man. Damn.
Next is Eddie.
Damn.
And next is Steve. You already know where this is going.
Man.
You already know where this is
Oh, we
going.
knew that. Yeah.
And number 1 is The Undertaker.
Oh, my.
You know why?
And his best Teddy Long impersonation, The Undertaker.
I thought, yeah, man. Like, you gonna be legends, all the legends in one.
Quick recap. Go ahead. 4-1.
4 to what? Okay, we start with
Shawn Michaels,
that's
Eddie
4, yeah,
Guerrero, Stone Cold, and
The Undertaker.
Dustin, you're up. Please let your list be better.
You say that was a bad list?
Let him talk.
Well, I mean,
See what I mean?
I will,
you
I don't
can't
know
win.
the right
You
answer
can't
was
win
that
with this
question.
do I have to go from number 4 to number 1?
No.
guy. Yeah.
All right.
Why is this the hot seat, man?
Okay.
You gotta make it
That's
clear.
the boy Dustin.
You
I
change
was
the
like,
rules?
okay, look, go from 4-1. Because Dave is having his shit over here.
The worst Texas wrestler.
I'll play for. Oh no, we can't say worse. Nah,
No,
these are
the best of the worst.
Mount
See, it's like your
Rushmore
clips. That's what the clips happen.
It's like-
The worst 4 wrestlers
Rushmore
being
is in a row.
Shawn
They're all
Michaels.
together.
Mount Rushmore, Texas wrestlers, number 4. Go.
What? That's not.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Now it's all
That's not you asked me the question. That would have been those 4 up there. For,
in
like,
the.
Yeah, that wouldn't even make sense if it was the Mount Rushmore because you already said the name.
Okay.
I will approach
4-1. Go ahead.
I will approach this in an analytical standpoint. Number 4, I agree with you on this one. Shawn Michaels, like arguably all-time great, and he still to this day wants to give back to the business that made him who he is, and I still he feel like his legacy is still going with everything with WWE NXT.
But he's number 4.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Number 3.
Number 3, I would have to go Eddie Guerrero.
Damn.
Eddie Guerrero, his impacting legacy, is impacting history with pro wrestling is monumental. It's forever, and no matter, even with his passing, people still talk about the works of Eddie Guerrero, how to be like him, how to be charismatic, how to be the perfect pro wrestler, the perfect sports entertainer. And I'm a little biased on this one because I did watch Eddie Guerrero's Black Tiger days of New Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Best of the Super Juniors, baby.
So Eddie's number 3, though.
Number 3.
Black Tiger, number 3. Who's number 2?
Seafood, don't kill me. It's Undertaker.
Oh, bingo.
Like where we're going with
Undertaker.
this.
No one can take away the things that the man has done for our business, and creating a character and living a character that he was tasked to make it real, because our profession, we want to give the immersion of realism. We want
Kayfabe.
you to believe. That's the beautiful thing about storytelling.
What's the word?
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe, but
There you go.
it's what in the heart. And Undertaker dedicated his life to the character and evolved it from one to another to another.
American Badass.
And number one, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'm basing this with all the legends of Texas. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, I believe, forever changed professional wrestling as how the world sees it. Like single-handedly, being the front guy for WWE, for Vince McMahon to trust, and leading him to a new generation, a new a new level of professional wrestling that no one has ever seen before. And even though his time as a in-ring professional was short than most people are, everything he did, in-ring segments, his feud with the Rocks, like all the build up and storylines with the Attitude Era, and even a little bit of dabbling with the early Ruthless Aggression era. Like they are unforgettable, and I truly believe Stone Cold Steve Austin is the best thing we could have gotten out of Texas, because not only it solidified Texas wrestling as something to be proud of, but Stone Cold Steve Austin, I believe he changed pro wrestling for the world.
So there you go. So we're gonna put those two lists side by side.
Oh, see the way he explained that though, so I get a chance to explain myself. He got the whole thing.
That's what happens when you go first.
My thinking was in line with that, because like if you think about it, like like Sean, he's still going. Like he's still going. So it's like he ain't done yet, in my opinion, because he's.
I don't know. I think that little tag team match in Saudi Arabia, DX versus Brother of Destruction, says otherwise.
But we all know he just did a little press conference with Triple H. Down there,
NXT State of the Union. I got you.
He got in the future stuff.
Still on TV, his presence is still going. But as far as like in ring,
it's over.
Wrestling, it's over.
And on that note,
it's over.
My man was the great. He was the person that was needed to be at every point in time. Like he was a great, like I'm talking, you couldn't have the movies without him, period. Obviously, and whatnot. And then you got like Eddie, God bless his heart, this is a shorter time, but like he just in a short time, the man, he did it. Steve was also Taker. Man, that man had a ball and chain on his leg, 30 years. And like you said, he didn't break kayfabe. I got nothing but respect for not breaking kayfabe for 30 years. And then, finally he's like, all right, what's up, guys? Grilling on right. Why are you outside? It's daytime. Like,
now he's a regular guy.
Yeah. So I mean, just, that I was in line with him.
Y'all watch that 60 Under podcast?
What's that?
Y'all watch that 60 Under podcast?
Of course, #1 rated podcast in the planet right now.
Oh my God.
It's good stuff. A lot of good stories.
Friends, though. We're coming for you.
Yeah. We're coming for you.
Say what your chest say, yo, coming for you.
Tell me this. I want to ask you guys something real quick. As we're huge advocates here for the Cauliflower Alley Club. Are you guys aware of the Cauliflower Alley Club and the mission in professional wrestling?
Yeah, actually, many years ago, the Rock's mom was there. I just remember whatever year that was. The Rock's mom was there.
You were there this year?
Very nice. Oh, really? Very nice lady.
Yeah.
That lady, she is. So, I was like, you're like my grandmother. Like, can you be my grandmother? You hug me like I'm your grandchild, and I'm all about it.
Right.
But yeah. It's been a while. But like, when I went there, it was like really eye opening. Like, oh wow, kind of thing. Because I hadn't really come out to this side like 2012 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while. So maybe 13. Yeah.
Are you aware of the mission? And obviously, are you aware of the Cauliflower Alley Club? And
this is actually news to me. Can you explain some things?
Okay. So the Cauliflower,
secret from like y'all ain't at that level yet.
So Cauliflower Alley Club, it's essentially a nonprofit designed for professional wrestlers. This year we just celebrated the 58th annual reunion, which is a gathering of wrestlers from back in the days to new school. So this was the event here.
I was looking at that the whole time. The whole time I was looking at that thing. I was like,
what he's talking about. Yeah.
And I'm interested. I mean, because a lot of wrestlers, everybody has this dream. Everybody knows the wrestlers of the past that have given so much. Those that have paved the way, those that have passed away with a passion and love for this business. But Cauliflower Alley Club, their whole mission is to create a benevolent fund to be able to help out wrestlers that go through hard times. So whether they can't pay their bills, especially back in the days, it's like there was no health care. There was all you knew was wrestling. And when it's done, it's done. When people stop showing up for your autograph signings, you don't have money coming in. So with the Cauliflower Alley Club, we help pay rent. We help pay medical bills. We've helped, some big names like Kamala. This year we honored
This year, who do we honor? Lex Luger? Sting?
Right.
Yeah.
So we honor a lot of the greats, but it's in terms of like giving back. Like if a wrestler's going through hard times, all they got to do is call the Cauliflower Alley Club, and like we raise money every year to help out. So I'm always interested because a lot of wrestlers don't hear about it. And I'm on the board now, and like marketing is key and getting the word out as far as what we do, because your generation will be the generation that we're helping one day. So it's just something that I ask that everybody that comes on that we spread the word to, the generation of Cauliflower Alley Club is the only nonprofit designed for pro wrestlers by pro wrestlers. B. Brian Blair, the Killer Bees, he is the president and head of it right now. So it's just a great organization. And every year we have a reunion. So you guys should come out, bring your family, bring your friends, support. It's $35 for a year. Or you could do a lifetime membership for like $300. So if you guys get a chance, caulifloweralleyclub.org, sign up, support the mission, and let's make some magic happen.
Sounds like a plan.
There we go. And I'll get you guys, I think we got a Cauliflower Alley Club shirt for you guys. We'll get you on your way out there. But you got to leave the belts.
Excuse me?
Me, brother.
Yeah. Doesn't work for me, brother.
I don't see you aching your neck after we leave belt.
Yeah.
That's winding up because I know you guys got to catch a flight. We got to get you out here. We don't want you to be delayed. And as we wind up, I just question, you've been in the business for a minute, you're doing your thing, you obviously got a passion. I'm the David difference over the difference that Dave makes. When it comes to you, what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Tell us, Double Jack.
What you mean? What's
the difference from you from everybody else? Don't hold nothing back, Jay. It's the Kayfabe Friends podcast.
Man, I care, and I will do what needs to be done. I don't come first.
Short, sweet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, man. Double J Blake, ladies and gentlemen.
And Dragon.
Yes.
Same question.
What's the difference?
The difference? There's always something to learn day by day. And I will continue to learn because I am forever a student of the game. And I'm very grateful to professional wrestling. And if I wanted to ever make a difference in this world, it's to leave a proud legacy to inspire others to be heroes of their own story.
Amen to that. Amen to that. So one by one, look at that camera. Tell people where they can find you on social media. Tell them your upcoming appearances, where they can find you at, and everything else.
Oh man, this used to be an easy question back in the day. On the Instagram, all right. I love the Instagram. Double J Blake, all right. The word double, the letter J, Blake. Same thing on Twitter. So that's my Twitter, X. That's my X. That's the Instagram. Houston Pro Wrestling Academy. I got a shirt on right here. Houston Pro Wrestling Academy. I would love it if you throw the school a like, a follow, share. Tell a friend, tell everybody. And then we're gonna throw the Contender Series in there too because I got my fingers in there. Yeah. So the Texas Contender Series on Instagram.
There you have it. Dustin.
For me, you can find me on all social medias. Twitter, I would not call it X. Twitter, Instagram, strangely enough, TikTok too. At WindDragonDN. Those are all my social medias. And for staying tuned to find whether you can find the Wind Dragon Dustin Nguyen or maybe Detective Blake and Inspector.
We're gonna be back here, that's for sure.
We'll be back here. We have to.
PWF for me. It's gonna be the first weekend of November.
Yes.
Lions Pride, November 15th.
Yes.
So like that's I think that's all.
There you go.
Pretty sure I probably forgot a couple of things. This guy over here though.
Premier Wrestling Federation, which did not note, I am also the Premier Wrestling Federation Lone Star Champion with the single title that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
You can also find me for every Texas Contender Series, at least I know so far. Follow New Texas Pro Wrestling on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it, man. And also to Inspire After Death, all the way in Austin, Texas. All the love and support for them because they give me the chance to be a part of something very special.
Hell yeah! So on behalf of me and my boy Dave here, my co-host,
don't speak for me.
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to come over to the Dave Cave, Kayfabe Friends. And once again, a congratulations to the new Pride Style Pro Tag Team Champions. Y'all make sure to give that a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if y'all out here in Las Vegas, make sure y'all don't miss the next Pride Style Pro show. And catch Rush Hour live and in action.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing something big for WrestleMania weekend. We need you guys on the card. We'll talk about it. Thank you for coming.
Be around.
It's been, hey, NJ, you did it again, man. I'm proud of you. What do you call me?
Asshole. But we keep it.
Kayfabe Friends, the podcast you need, where wrestling talk is the only creed. From the ring to the backstage scene.